When you're paying for placements, the first round that you'll have to come across will most probably be an aptitude round. So the aptitude round or the aptitude test is the first test that a company takes, and it is also a screening round. So majority of the people get rejected in this round. So 80 to 90% of the people, of the candidates, are rejected in this round itself. And I've already made a video about this topic, how to crack aptitude round of any company, and that video did really well. And the people in that comment section of that video were asking me, like, what are the most important topics for aptitude? So in this video, I'm going to tell you what are the most important aptitude topics. I'm going to tell you where to learn them. I'm going to tell you how to learn them, and I'm going to tell you how to revise them as well. So sit back, relax, watch the complete video, and do me a favor, go down below, drop a like on the video, and let's get started. So I've analyzed a lot of these rounds that these company take, these aptitude rounds, and I've come to notice that there are some topics which gets asked a lot, and there are some topics which are not at all important and are not even touched by the company's problem set for most of the times. So these important topics, I have compiled them in a list, and the list is too big to speak in front of the camera, and you're not gonna remember it anyways. So I've put the list in the description box, you can take it from there, and I'll even put the list in a pinned comment so you can check the list of topics from there. These are the list of topics which are the most important for your aptitude round, but what is more important is knowing how to learn those topics. Okay, so you can take the list from there, from the description and from the pinned comment. But now let's talk about what are some of those topics, why are they important, where you can learn them, how you can learn them, the complete story. So first of all, the aptitude is divided into three parts. Like I mentioned in my other video, there's quantitative aptitude, there's logical reasoning, and there's English. Okay, verbal ability basically. So quantitative aptitude is all about maths. This is where the formulas come in. This is where your mathematical skills come in. And then there's logical reasoning, which, like the name suggests, is your logical ability. And the third is your English speaking skills, which is entirely dependent on how good of a command you have in the English language. Okay, so it's going to one by one. Like the topics are also divided by this. So there's the list of important topics for quantitative aptitude, the list of important topics for logical reasoning, and the list of important topics for your verbal aptitude or for your English skills. Okay, so this list is divided into three parts. Let's go into it one by one and see how you can learn the topics in that list, and how you can, where you can learn them, and how you can revise them so that you have a really great shot at clearing your aptitude test. Okay, so the quantitative aptitude round is all about the formulas. So the most important topics, like I mentioned in the description box, some of them to mention are like time, speed, and distance, like basically about work and about like boards coming towards each other, and numbers, profit loss, and all of them, if you notice, are formula based. Time, speed, and distance, there's some formulas that you can work with to solve any kind of problem. Like if you have profit and loss, there's a formula that you can use to solve any kind of problem. If you have work and time, then there's some formulas that you can use to solve any kind of problem from that topic. So quantitative aptitude, every topic will have some set of formulas, and if you read those formulas, then the game is over. You can solve pretty much any problem from that topic. So this is what you're going to do. Go to this website, indiabix.com. It's a free website which is the best resource for aptitude. I've mentioned it in my other video as well. Indiabix.com is by far the best resource for aptitude. So before we start with the rest of the video, let me tell you about this amazing platform called Cryo. So Cryo is a website where you can learn new skills and get your dream placement. So they have placement courses. They have a course on full stack development, and they have a course on backend development, and they have the best content that is out there. So they have a course of fellowship program in software development, where they teach you software development skills in either backend development or full stack development. So if you are someone who's working in a company and you want to upscale yourself, you want to join a better company, or you want to join a FANG company, a higher paying company, then you can take this course. And they also have a free trial, which is the best thing. So even if you're not sure about the content of this course, you can book your free trial and you can see for yourself the content that they have. And not only they teach you about full stack and backend development, they also teach you data structures and algorithm and interview focused system design content. They also have that. So they have everything that you need in order to crack your dream company. And you can also check their placement statistics. They have general placement of around 6 to 15 LPA, and some people even get a placement of 15 to 40 LPA. And apart from that, they also have a separate full stack web development course and a backend web development course where you'll be working on real time live projects with working professionals. So it'll be just like working in a company. You'll gain some real life experience by working with these professionals, and you'll be able to add these projects to your resume and build your portfolio. So you can definitely check these courses out. And if you are someone who wants a good placement, who wants to join a good company, then this is something that I would definitely recommend. So go click the link in the description and book your free trial now. This is how you're going to read it. First, learn the formulas, see what the formulas are, understand the formulas, write down the formulas on a notebook. So you're going to keep 3 notebooks, like very small notebooks, or you can keep digital notes if you want. 3 separate notebook, either digital or handwritten, whatever you prefer. And the first is for quantitative aptitude. Take the list of topics, write them down. For each topic for quantitative aptitude, first write down the formulas. If you're on time, speed, and distance, write the formulas. If you're on profit and loss, if you're on probability, write down the formulas. Okay. After you've written down the formulas, for example, you're on time, speed, and distance, you've written down the formulas, you've understood what the formulas mean. Now's the time to solve problems. Indiabix.com has problems on pretty much every topic. Try to solve, like I would say, 10 to 15 problems, and these problems are very easy. Aptitude itself is not a difficult thing, it's not something to be scared of. So try to solve 10 to 15 problems, okay? Or the more you solve, the better, depending on what time you have, but minimum try to solve 10 to 15 problems for each topic. Read the formulas, see how you can apply the formula in a question. In case you're not able to solve a question, note it down in the same notebook with the formulas. Follow this for every topic of quantitative aptitude. Okay. Now, once the quantitative aptitude is done, now is the time to come to logical reasoning. Again, open up another notebook. This will be used for logical reasoning. Now, logical reasoning is a little bit different than quantitative aptitude. Again, you'll find the list of topics there. You can find the list of topics on indiabix.com as well, and you can learn from there. Now, the way to learn like this is different because there's no formulas, but there's a way of doing it. There's a method of finding answer. There's a small method of finding answer. So the important topics in here will be something like coding, decoding, blood relations, things which basically target your intelligence, your logical intelligence. So the good part here is that you don't have to remember any formulas, but you have to solve a lot of problems. So for logical reasoning, the best way to master it is to solve a lot of problems. So go to indiabix.com. They have methods for solving each topic. So here for each topic, you won't have formulas, but you'll have methods of solving the problem. So write down those methods. Once you've written down those methods, go down to the questions, try to solve as many questions as you can. And in this way, you'll be able to master logical reasoning. It is very, very easy. Once you solve one problem, you'll be able to solve 10 problems of that similarity. Okay. So try to solve 10 to 15 problems at the bare minimum and try to solve more if you have the time. More you solve, the better. And learn the methods of that notebook, write it down in that notebook. Okay. And if there are problems you're not able to understand, then again note those problems down in the notebook. Okay. Coming to the next part, the last part of aptitude, English. So English for me, English what I think is the easiest of all the other aptitude topics, because here you don't have any formulas, you don't have any methods of solving the problem, but it's totally dependent on how good of a command you have in English. But again, there is a cheat code for that, and the cheat code for that is like memorizing as much of it as you can. So like the topics again I've mentioned in the list, you can learn from there. Now for English, you don't need to go on indiabix.com, but indiabix.com also has like for English as well. But for English, what you're going to do is you're going to search the topics on Google and you're going to read articles about them. So there are topics like antonym and synonym, subject verb agreement, or sentence formation. This is basically the grammar part of it. This is like the grammar part of the English language. So you don't need to go to indiabix.com to learn it. You can just learn grammar like online. You can either learn on YouTube or you can just search on the web, and it's just the grammar part. So make sure that you're good with subject verb agreement. Make sure you're good with the grammars. You're not making any grammatical errors. And again, try to solve as many problems as you can from Indiabix. So for learning, you can prefer other websites, but for solving problems, indiabix.com is the best, no doubt about that. So learn grammar, learn these things, learn the topics as much as you can from any resource. Once you've learned these topics, once you've learned about them, then the next thing to do is solve problems. For solving problems, again, you can use indiabix.com. For learning, you can use other websites, but for solving the problem, you can again use indiabix.com. And in indiabix.com, solve as many problems as you can on each topic, because English or learning a language is pretty much all about memorization. There's no logic in it, there's no formulas in it, there's no method in it, but it's about like basically learning and understanding and just memorizing. So for synonyms and antonyms, learn the words, learn their meanings, learn subject verb agreement, learn grammar to the T, solve problems, and that's pretty much it for English. It's the easiest if, because like if you're at college level, then 100% you already have some of a good command in English, so it's gonna be pretty easy for you. Don't worry too much about it. Just solve a lot of problems. Okay, so you've learned everything, you've solved the problems, you've done everything. Now you have aptitude test coming up. What do you do? How do you revise? So open up the notebooks, learn the formulas again, revise the formulas, revise the methods. For English, revise the like sentences, revise the way of doing things, revise the words, etc. And after revising, this is what you're going to do. You're going to give mock aptitude test. Okay, just Google search mock aptitude test, and there's also an app or a website called testbook.com. It'll appear on the screen. Testbook.com, it's a great resource. You can solve a lot of problems from there. It also has some like mock aptitude test, you can give that. So again, the best way to revise is just learn the formulas again, revise the formulas, learn the methods, revise the methods, learn like basically revise the English part of it, and then just give mock aptitude test. Once you do all of that, then just relax, be confident, because you'll be able to pass through the aptitude round in a ease. The main issue is that people don't take aptitude seriously. Aptitude is very easy, but still a lot of people don't take it seriously and they end up getting rejected in the aptitude round. So don't make that mistake. Follow these topics, follow the way I've told you to learn these topics, and then crack the aptitude round, the aptitude test with ease. Do not get rejected in the aptitude round. Also, I'll give a link to my previous video as well. Check that out as well. It's a great video, and you'll also gain a lot of insight from that video if you're a beginner at aptitude. So that's pretty much it. In case you have any doubts or anything, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to answer. And till we see again in the next video. Thank you.